Rubber baby buggy bumper.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. He sells.
Rubber buggy baby bumper.
She sells. He sells the things that she sells by the seashore. Let's look up tongue twisters. See what we got. Round the rough and rugged rock, the ragged rascal rudely ran. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. I like this. I'm gonna save that for later.
Right.
Okay. It's Dead Rising 2. It's great. It's a great game. It's one of my favorites. This is me playing, and
yeah, I could tell by the helmet and the face mask.
Yeah. I just I had this joke in mind, but I didn't want to do it this early. But I guess I got to do it anyway. I wanted to keep my head protected. Javier, just gotta keep my protection going, which is gonna. It's gonna make sense like 45 minutes down the line. Just be patient. Be patient. It'll come back. But I don't know. I really wanted to just like do this instead of was it like Tube Tycoon or whatever we originally were gonna do. Admittedly, I got a bit like too salty and kind of wanted to take matters into my own hands after seeing like a lot of other people playing this game on YouTube and, you know, having fun with it, I'm sure, and everything, which is fine, but just like completely just not even playing this game to the best of their like the best way that you can to like really see everything that there is to see and all that. It's just, it didn't seem very fair. So it's going to be the goal behind this. It's just
getting the most Dead Rising 2 experience.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I have never been a fan of the Dead Rising games. I am not a fan of zombie games.
Right.
But I know for a fact that you most assuredly are.
Right.
So regardless of the fact that I can't hear any audio, I'm excited to see what you think. What you think the Dead Rising 2 experience is going to be. And I'm not lying. I'm not sure why I can't hear audio.
That might have been my fault. I encoded the audio a little bit differently this time around. Because for Premiere Pro and Vegas don't really seem to want to work that well interchangeably. Here.
I see. Well, it'll work for now. As long as you can make it work on the back end, it'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. You can see subtitles though, right? You know what they're actually saying?
I do.
Okay. Yeah.
So, from what I recall, we played this months ago for a good bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we recorded. Did we ever record? Were we recording that?
No, I don't think. I mean, if it is, it's already lost. But
right.
No, I think this is actually that same file. I know we didn't really. I mean, story-wise, we didn't get very far. So this is all. This is not the very beginning of the game. I started from here because I'm sure that like everyone has already seen the beginning thousands of times, doesn't need to see it again.
And if you haven't, zombies attack and no one's surprised. Go have
fun. Right. And even the people who like don't like the Dead Rising series, I think, would know like what to expect, because the beginning's exactly the same as Dead Rising, the first Dead Rising.
Right. Except you have a daughter and you're not. What's his name? Frank West? Is that his name? No.
Right. It's kind of like Hello Lulu. Like the camera is replaced with taking care of your little girl, basically.
I see.
And it's one mechanic for another. It works a little bit differently. And there we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to be skipping through a lot of dialogue too. So if you want me to, I don't know, fill in the plot.
Right. Bit. I mean, I can kind of pick it up. I kind of had the same thing when I was playing Grandia too. I'm like, oh wait, people are going to want to know what this basic storyline is.
No, yeah.
So,
that's what I did with Jack too. We were playing.
What do you think is the what is the takeaway for a Dead Rising game? What are you supposed to take away from, especially specifically Dead Rising 2 here?
Like
Gameplay wise, like what is the product selling? If I'm going to put it like that.
Probably, I guess, looking at it from from the kind of person who would want to play a game like this, I guess it would be those of us who want to
Hammer nails to a hammer.
It's for those of us who want to drill some spikes into a baseball bat and just go around playing a little baseball.
Nice.
But no, it's just like those who want to be reminded a little bit of everyday life, I guess, but just kind of you get the little taste of something different, I guess, to be as simple as I can.
Right. So it's
the
like
same
an
reason,
escapist thing.
Right. I mean, it's zombies. It's the appeal behind zombies, while actually being fun. Did I say?
I see.
It's the same reason that The Walking Dead, got to be so popular. It's that it's what zombies are all about these days. Are how it's more like zombie movies being more about the people than they are about the zombies. Like what the apocalypse kind of does to everybody. And Dead Rising, Dead Rising has that, albeit with more of a 80s like B-movie sort of flair to it. It's not, 7 seasons of just, oh hey look, there's this new place that we can maybe stay at, but there's always people out there who maybe or maybe don't want to kill us, and you're going crazy. No, you're crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And then
and more like a just kill everything and survive to the next day type deal. More like the struggle is more important than the people struggling.
Right. That's I guess what I want to see a bit more, because I think Dead Rising has what maybe people would want to do during a zombie apocalypse.
Right. Like it's the fantasized idea of what a zombie invasion would be. It's like, oh well, I'm just gonna get my baseball bat and wreck a bunch of zombies. When in reality, it's like, no, it's not that easy.
Yeah. It's like everybody's zombie plan. Like The Walking Dead isn't about everybody's zombie plan.
The Walking Dead is everyone's zombie plan going to shit immediately.
Right. Well, we don't need to see like just the bad part of it, like how it might actually go after a while. It's like,
move it. Keep going.
I get you. So, and that's kind of why I'm assuming you are drawn to these games, because it lets you live out that sort of fantasy.
For the most part, yeah. That and like, it's just, I think there's gonna be a few moments in here where you're just gonna, it's like so cheesy, so funny, just absolutely insane. It's just, I love it so much.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, I've played, the Dead Rising games before. I've played games like Resident Evil before. I've played the Telltale Walking Dead, game or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I have yet to find one that I really like. Like, there hasn't been a zombie game where I'm like, this is it. This is my game. This is my jam.
Right.
Because, like, if you talk about Resident Evil, it's like, well, that's, a puzzle-solving shooter horror game. And so that I wouldn't necessarily label that as purely a quote-unquote zombie game, which, that might be the issue right then and there, is that you might not be able to describe a game as a quote-unquote zombie game. It just might be, a zombie might just be an aspect of a game and how they play with that, I suppose.
Right.
And then you take something like the Telltale game where it's focused on that, human narrative and so on and so forth. And, of course, I'm not a huge fan of Telltale games to begin with, but that storyline's like, well, I'm not really, like, I don't really see... I'm not feeling, strangely enough, the emotionally charged and, human-based struggle and sort of... that doesn't really create a climax that I'm interested in absorbing.
Right.
So, like, that never got appealed to me.
Yeah. Even I wouldn't really call it emotional, per se. It's more just like...
Traumatic?
I would say... it's just like it's all about masochism, really.
I could see that.
Yeah. It's
That's a really good point. I never thought of it that way.
maybe a bit similar to why we all like the deeper parts of us like reality TV, or like why.
What the hell was that? That's a bucket with drills in it.
That is one of my favorite weapons in the game.
Not to get sidetracked immediately, but dear God, what is that nonsense? Amazing. Oh boy, that's enjoyable.
Look, and it just works. It's just master craftsmanship.
That's amazing, and I think that's what this game is in a nutshell. It's like we're having a very deep and philosophical discussion of the idea of zombies in media, and then we just stop to laugh at you putting a bucket with drills in it on a zombie's head and watching him shake around as his head gets drilled.
Right. And zombies just tripping over themselves, face planting into a flower bed out there.
Yes. If I would say this game is probably a lot more fun to watch. For me, I think it's much more fun to watch than it is to play.
Oh yeah.
Which might be the case for me in zombie games and zombie media. Like, I think I might just enjoy absorbing it but not wanting to be a part of it, which, let's be honest, who wants to be in a zombie apocalypse and like dealing with all this? I think you'd rather just watch one.
I mean, there are plenty of reasons to be in Chuck's shoes right now.
Look. I mean, ask any prepper. They don't want to be in an apocalypse. They're just expecting it.
No,
I think that's kind of what
no.
zombies work like.
No. There's, I mean, Chuck's shoes specifically. Like,
specifically the shoes, or specifically Chuck,
or whatever footwear he happens to be wearing at the time.
I would find it quite hilarious if Chuck was wearing Chuck Taylors. So that's, I could use a new pair if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean it's probably one or the other, because the E-Jeek racing shirt he's wearing right now.
Yep.
That's just KG backwards, as in KG ain't a funny.
I'm sure that's someone I'm supposed to know, right?
That was I think he was involved with this game too. No, he's not now, but he's the guy. Like the guy who created Mega Man and worked with Capcom a lot. Basically.
Oh. Invisible cut here.
Yeah, don't worry. I said a naughty word again.
God damn it. So zombies. So I thought a good amount of zombies because I've always tried to figure out why I never liked them, and it comes from what I think. I think it's purely based off of whether or not.
Before you continue, could I guess why you maybe don't?
Sure.
Would it possibly be because they don't seem like much of a threat?
No, it's actually not physically about them. It's, for me, a reflection. So all apocalypses, if we're gonna be honest, are a reflection of a culture's sort of viewpoint or outlook upon their station in the world or their world in general.
Oh yeah.
So when I see zombies, for me, I feel like that's I feel like that's a culture saying we have a very bleak outlook on humanity and its future.
Right.
It's saying no one at the end of the day, no one's going to be worth anything. At the end of the day, we're all expendable, ash unto ash, dust unto dust. And at the end of the day, we're all just going to be chaff for a dude with a bat and spikes in the bat.
Oh, did.
Oh,
here we go, baby.
Oh, shit.
This is faster than walking. Shut up. It's like, hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. I'm here to save you. Hey,
check out my sweet whip. Oh. So,
it's gonna get us where we need to go.
So on a more personal point, I think I don't like zombies because I am a personal fan of sci-fi as a genre. Like, that is my favorite genre. Fantasy being a close second. But sci-fi,
God damn it, Chad.
in most of its iterations, specifically has an exact opposite outlook on the future than a zombie apocalypse does. A zombie apocalypse says, we won't make it off of this planet because we will literally turn into zombies one way or another and become undead, useless piles of meat that walk.
Right.
Whereas sci-fi, take your Mass Effects, take your Star Treks, your things like that, and they all say not only do we survive, but we thrive and expand. And not only that, and so our survival is never the issue. What our issue becomes is, how do we manage our humanity beyond that? When we become omnipotent with technology, when we become omnipresent with the expansion of the human race, what does it mean to be human in that case? And Star Trek is, we are explorers. We show bravery. We show compassion and the Prime Directive and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
In Mass Effect, it's our resiliency. It's our ability to adapt to the ever-changing galactic sort of culture and political spectrum, in which that we not only do we integrate into very well, but we also thrive into as well. And then eventually, in the face of a galactic level threat, we lead the charge and we fight and we save those that are close to us, human or otherwise. And those are the storylines I've always loved and always appreciated. And a zombie apocalypse is just literally the evolution of that entire concept.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from, for sure. Just like sci-fi generally has more of a message of unification, like Mass Effect specifically. It's like all these alien races being introduced to us, like us as humans, very suddenly, and then just being okay with it, embracing us. Whereas just fucking everything up in the zombie apocalypse.
It's so hard not to laugh at you and that stupid Mike.
Do you think riding that bike that Chuck kind of thinks he's taking himself back to his roots, that he's relishing the opportunity
to be a kid again? I don't know if...
But no, being because I don't know if
he's a dirt biker, right?
Right. Yeah. He's
so this is like him. He's like, I don't got a dirt bike, but I got one of these.
This is like, yeah. Watch. Up the stairs.
It's the attention to detail, the fact that he has to like pedal his little knees super fast and very short distance is what makes that for me.
There's so much personality in this game, and the bike broke.
I will give you that. They do manage to give a zombie game, a game in which everything is become mindless and unindividualistic, which is probably not a great word. They do manage to give it flavor and personality. I will give you that.
Yeah.
That's probably the one thing I will give this game its credit at least. Wow, he's just been sitting here shooting zombies all day, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Is that they do gamify it, which I appreciate. Like, if I was to play, like... See, I don't play zombie games, so I don't really have much to really... I guess there was Dead Island. Which, let's be honest, I'm a sucker for looter shooters, so there's that.
Yeah.
But the looter shooter aspect gamifies it, but there are... Would you say there's a zombie game that doesn't necessarily gamify the zombies, but makes it... I guess I'm looking for a zombie survival horror rather than, like, this would be an arcade horror, like an arcade type, where Dead Island's a looter shooter.
This is me trying to see if Chad will get on the back of my bike, but eventually giving up.
Have you played, like, a survival horror zombie game? Like, I imagine, like, Last Light or The Last of Us, I guess, would probably fall under that.
Just a zombie game that kind of, like, plays it as straight as possible, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Have you played any of those? Can
Yeah,
you speak to that at all?
The Last of Us, yeah.
Like I said, I haven't touched any of that. How do you think, do those pull that off? Like, what do those games, how do they use zombies or, whatever their entity is? How do those drive you? Is it the human element? Is that really what they play? Do they gamify their zombies in any way, or do they gamify something else?
Keep close.
Well, I mean, video games kind of can't avoid really gamifying the zombies, I think.
Stick to me.
Well, which I guess is maybe a reason why I still like this game so much. It's because it's just zombies. It's not like...
Faster.
It doesn't feel like a game after a while. That like you get to a certain point and there's like, oh, there's this new zombie that's got this special ability, like in The Last of Us. It's I don't know. I didn't really have any strong feelings for The Last of Us, I guess. Probably because of that, because it just felt too much like a game to me. And then
Like it was like you were playing through the narrative of a game rather than experiencing a zombie situation.
yeah, and it was just like, as far as the actual story went, yeah, it was more about the human element, but it just kind of seemed like when you're not playing the game, it's like, oh, you're gonna get mad at someone else, and then Joel's gonna screw up a bit, and there was no...
Don't fall behind.
It's the same sci-fi bit. It's just like there's no hope in it.
Right.
Because in the very end, I don't know, spoiler alert, I guess. It's like Joel basically
Put a big old spoiler alert on the screen before this.
Spoiler
And then
alert
give,
for
give a
completely
timestamp when they can come back.
Yeah. Yeah, skip to a certain point in the video, but it's just like 10 seconds later. But no, like no one really changes. At least to me, it didn't seem like anyone really changed. Like there was no like completion of the arc, I guess, which is probably
Right.
fine now because there's going to be a sequel to it. But I don't know. Like I don't really remember much about it, I guess, other than the game itself, which I suppose is reason enough to
just
Stick to me.
discard it. Just say it's average,
Stick
basically.
close.
Right,
my
which
opinion.
I know you're gonna get flamed for that. So,
Yeah.
real quick,
Stick
Yeah.
with me.
well, I do want to point out that you're not actually talking out of your ass. You do
Move it.
have some education in writing and storytelling.
Keep close.
Yes, I do.
You have spent a good amount of years in an educational setting,
Right.
studying and understanding how story works.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Which is involuntarily or voluntarily. I don't know. Somewhat exclusive, should we say? It's the God, I could totally swing it like that. It's the exclusive VIP membership of UC Riverside, the bachelor's candidate
Still there.
degrees for creative writing. Well, because it's like, I mean, of course, it's not like really that exclusive. It's just that there were so few of us. It's like,
Right.
I don't think a lot of people really go for creative writing degrees, even if they're writers, really. But so there just ended up being like
Come on.
20 of us, basically, who were all in like the same class like every quarter, and then we all graduated together, and that's what I mean. But yeah. So I do have education in storytelling for sure. I have a fair amount of experience with it, I'd say.
And I have an education in understanding how cultures work because I have a degree in history. So there you go. Not to toot our horns or anything.
They're right. So any arguments against us? Any arguments now? Huh?
We expect your arguments to be written in an MLA formatted argumentative paper
Oh yeah.
that they have, and your sources must be cited.
We won't
And
take
I
them
do
seriously.
want to cite this sorted page at the end as well.
Let's go.
Minimum 5 pages, but we expect 10.
Definitely.
If you can do 5, you can do 10. Well,
If you can do 5, you can do 10. We believe in you.
yeah, go school. Anyways,
Go school.
get your education, kids.
This way.
So, have you played the more? Because I would say this is not a far departure from what Dead Rising 1 was,
Don't
but it does seem to be a far departure from what Dead Rising like 3 and 4 ended up being.
Yes.
faster.
And I definitely can't stand Dead Rising 4. Honestly, Dead Rising 3
Is it
was
because they
kinda-
got rid of the timer?
Keep close. Let's go.
Well, they did that in Dead Rising 3. too. Wait, is that right? Yeah, they did because they kind of had to. It came with making it open world and much bigger.
Right. I bet you that would make me like the game too.
But-
That's the crazy part.
Yeah. It's Dead Rising 3 was still kind of like as I was playing it, I knew it was probably going to be like the last Dead Rising that I'd probably really get a kick out of if it kind of kept
Right.
down that path. So the timer really does make the game too. Dead Rising 3 still had like all the combo weapons and like just personality and the fun and blah blah blah, all the stuff I've already talked about. But it's because there was no like sense of urgency behind it that I kind of just like was left to be able to pay a lot more attention to like the story and the acting and just like everything else that really can't like stand on its own, I don't think.
Oh, that might mean I won't like 3 or 4, because if that doesn't stand on its own, really what am I playing other than... Like, could this game survive if it was just, you got 3 days in-game time, unlimited weapons and ammunition, and a mall full of zombies, have fun with vehicles and weapons and combos and things?
Mm-hmm.
Could it stand on its own, like, without, like, the weird, like, NPC go save me quests or any of the actual storyline? Do you think it could stand on its own as a playground in that kind of effect?
I think they'd have to be very careful with it. Maybe like if they had like a silent protagonist and maybe more of like a Breath of the Wild kind of a situation, like in a way that the game would have to be designed, and that the storytelling's just mostly done through like the environment.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if there was a story at all, that's tough. Maybe like I feel like they kind of have already done that though.
With just this game? Do you think that this counts as it, or do you think some other type of title has handled that?
I don't really remember that well, I guess, because I never really explored the modes, but there are like a couple of modes that unlock at least after Dead Rising 1 and 2. I think they're called the overtime modes, which basically allow you to just go back into the mall. It's kind of like I remember it feeling like a New Game Plus in a way. Mm-hmm. Like the time limit was basically gone and like you could sort of just go around and do whatever, but I think I might not have explored those a lot because I had already gone through like the mall,
right?
Like in those 3 days prior,
I mean, I guess at that point that's not the main point of the game. At that point, like if it was just Dead Rising and it's just a playground, have fun, for like $60, it wouldn't be worth it. Is there a price point you would put on a title like that?
I mean that depends, I guess. If I felt good about it, I'd be willing to pay whatever, I think.
Damn. I guess that might just be like you like zombies.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been looking for, and that's how I don't know, I felt like this game's probably come the closest to like my dream for a zombie kind of game like this.
I would believe that. I would definitely say like this is probably the closest to zombie playground you're gonna get. It probably is. I don't think any. I mean, there was a time where zombies were everything, and we're still at the tail end of that. I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is probably the best you're gonna get, because I don't think anything. They started realizing like, oh, that's not enough. We need story and ethos and not ethos, pathos. Pathos. No. What's the emotion one?
Pathos.
Is it pathos? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Don't quote me on that, but yes.
It's pathos.
Yeah. So
There are the jokes. There's the jokes. Oh yeah. Look at that. There's an
Blood Round
idea.
4, not as good as Blood Round 3. I'm just gonna say that. I know it's a controversial idea, but it's not as good as Blood Round 3.
I mean, Clint Rockfoot. They basically threw him like right into the blood round. Man, he didn't know what was coming, man. Just give him a break. He did what he could
Look,
with the role that he was given.
life is a blood round. You never see it coming, and the third is always better than the fourth.
Oh God, could you imagine that if like one day that like instead of like measuring our lives by years, that we measured our lives by like rounds, you know?
How many of you have survived?
Yeah, like round 4 would be like the point where like everyone stays in hospice. You know?
Oh God.
It's like, shit.
I was thinking maybe your 40s, but yeah, if you want to take it to that level, we could.
Ugh. I'm not sure I like that topic. Let's move on to a different topic.
Sure.
I was kind of thinking about that, like just the other day, just like if you know, one day instead of sorry, this is me recreating our Las Vegas experience, or should I say
What?
this is Chris right now.
He didn't get.
There you go.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
With the women behind him included.
And the sledgehammer.
The sledgehammer. Yeah, definitely the sledgehammer.
Oh goodness gracious.
It's just
Oh, we gotta go to Vegas again.
it's all part of the game. Oh,
we gotta get wealthy and go to Vegas.
oh yeah. Just need to.
Vegas is not a town for the unwealthy.
Right.
How would you? Oh, that just sounds like a bad. That just sounds like you need a shower.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's the last time that'll happen. No. It is a. It's another. I love this game so much. Because like sometimes like there are gonna be boss battles that you get caught in where like if you don't prepare, you will basically be left to heal with whatever's just like scattered around the area, like wherever the fight takes place, and depending on where you are, that's most likely gonna be, you know, wine, vodka, whiskey, beer, all that stuff.
Right.
So then you really can't, you know, fuck up the fight. Otherwise, you're gonna just mess up even worse because you'll be throwing up 3 times, dropping whatever weapon you're holding at the time, and just stuff. Oh yeah, this is another one of my favorites here. Did you ever see that? How you can mix drinks in this game?
I saw you putting drinks in a blender, but I didn't know you could mix them.
You could do it in the first Dead Rising too, but I think they might have just like added more in this game.
Right.
But like you can see in the bottom right now how it says painkiller. That comes from, like, you can make a drink that's just a painkiller drink, but I got that from a drink called a randomizer, which just basically gives you like well, as it sounds, just a bunch of like random effects. Like it could like really go poorly. And this is the dealer kicking Chris out with the croupier stick. But like, I think there's a drink that can like, well, just imagine like drinks that give you like flame breath, or drinks that like make you just throw up uncontrollably, or like, you know, double your strength or something like that. It's just, yeah. It's the whole
I was
series.
just fascinated by the story unfolding.
Yeah. So this is yeah, that's, I think I kind of liked how the survivors were handled a bit better in this game too. It seemed more like they might actually be real people rather than the first Dead Rising, which just kind of seemed like a
little more organic.
Yeah, Dead Rising 1 kind of felt like a bunch of caricatures, I think.
Yes, because Dead Rising, known for its uncaricatured characters.
Yeah, there's also a lot of situations where you just have to beat the sense into people, literally.
Oh, that was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, so you can see,
All
like,
right, I appreciate that.
just had to whip that guy with a sledgehammer to make him just say, you know what, maybe I am being a dick.
You know what I think would make a Dead Rising game interesting? The Shadow of Mordor Nemesis system.
Ooh.
Look, let's be honest. You can throw that system into a lot of different games, and it would make it cool. Imagine like a group of psychopaths, and they had like their own little cadre of homies that you could like try to get over to your cadre of homies, all the while dealing with a zombie outbreak all around you, and you're fighting for resources.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be pretty legit.
It was what I was kind of hoping for with State of Decay.
Keep it moving. Stick close.
Is that any good? Did you play that?
I did a little bit. I still want to go back to it, but it's
Faster.
Is there
I
a
don't
sequel
know.
coming out too?
it's just kind of like life got in the way. But yeah, there is a sequel coming out, and it seemed good. It's another one where voice acting ain't so great, and
Right, which I would imagine kind of ruins the experience. Is that PS4 exclusive?
State of Decay, no. Xbox, I think, actually. Xbox and PC.
Oh,
I think the same will go with State of Decay too.
yeah, we said that about we said that about Destiny. Let's not talk about Destiny while we're talking about, because I will talk about Destiny.
Well, at least we can trust that Destiny's gonna get it right.
Yeah, they always do. I can't wait for Destiny's zombie mode.
Yeah.
Yo, I would play that though. Damn it. Okay, hold on. I like Destiny way too much, and I'm kind of okay. This will devolve into an E3 show. Let's let's think about zombies for a second. What are you doing here?
Like in the game right now?
Yeah, you're looking at your map.
Oh, I took a brief bathroom break at this point.
I laughed so hard I threw my headphones off. Hold up. Shit show. Okay. Anytime something goes wrong, you should just intersplice like a shit show, like main plate of just like shit, like our what would you call it? Like, God, there's a term for it. Like when something would go wrong, like on a TV reel or whatever. That little like thing they'd splice in while they would fix everything.
Oh, the technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Ours should be like literally like a shit show.
Yeah.
It should just say shit show, and it's just
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You should totally set up a technical difficulty shit show, like little scrab thing. I don't know what those are called. Ask Jack. He'll know. You know what it is.
No, I mean, no, I could do that. You know,
Yes, you could do. I know you know what it is, but I want to know what it's called.
That's right. And I don't know what it's called. Otherwise, I'd tell you.
Right.
I don't know, bumper.
I guess technical.
Or blooper,
Yeah. Yeah, technical difficulties bumper. I guess would be what it would be called.
I mean, you know, that's what our generation's all about, right? It's, you know, just seizing the opportunity for ourselves. You know, it's just
Bumping coke on a technical difficulty.
But it's, you know, in this case, it's just we rename, you know, pre-show bumpers Scribble Scrabbles.
Script Scrabs. You know,
Scrabs.
yeah, I got you. We're reinventing the wheel with new names and selling it for 3 times as much. That's basically what Apple told me. This video brought to you by Microsoft. Hashtag ad. Get the new Xbox One S.
The Xbox. I think I've settled on calling it now.
The Xbox.
Did you the Xbox? Yeah, or Xbox? Bonks?
Xbox.
Yeah. The Did you watch E3 that much?
Still there?
I watched a fair amount of it. I missed a couple of conferences.
Did you see? I think it was an Ubisoft guy. I think it was.
Stick with me.
It probably was just like right after the like reveal of the Xbox
Follow
One
me.
X. It was like the Ubisoft guy that came out. Like he actually just legitimately screwed up the name
Keep moving.
of it. It's like he
What'd he
just
call it?
stumbled over himself like crazy, just trying to go for it. It's like, and here we're here to talk about the Xbox One.
Oh, I heard about that actually. Yeah, I totally heard about it. He totally wanted to call it the X-Bone.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Alright, I got a question. If you could insert zombies into an existing title to spice it up, what title would you put zombies in? And it could just literally be the game with zombies, or we could be talking like a Red Dead like Undead Nightmare type
Stick with me.
situation.
Right.
So, either or both. But a title right now that you think you'd enjoy more if it just had zombies in it.
Stick close.
I never really thought about that. Ooh.
Still there? Keep moving.
Shit, can I get back to you on that?
I just thought of an idea.
Huh.
League of Legends. What if you're playing League of Legends and there's literally just hordes of zombies roaming the map?
Like,
Which honestly, that might be like a Warcraft 3 type
Stay
thing.
close.
Because that's kind of how Warcraft 3 turned into Dota. Was you would have a hero character in Warcraft 3 that would be a part of your faction, and you would roll them around to like different like neutral enemy camps to buff them up before you went in and attacked the enemy who was also playing. Which then Dota basically just gave you control of the hero character rather than the army controlling the hero character. That's how Dota 2 comes out, and then that's how League of Legends comes out. So like, imagine if the neutral camps in the jungle wandered the frag around.
Keep it moving.
oh, okay. So I guess that's what I was
And
having
they were
trouble
zombies.
picturing. Because like, you say like zombies wandering the map, and I just kind of think like, minions.
No, but like imagine just like hordes of mindless zombies with no real like only like a simple horde AI to it.
Right.
Just
No, so
wandering the
not
map.
like formed in a line of 5 or whatever. No, nothing
Right.
like that.
Like
Just
imagine you're running away from an enemy and you run into your jungle for safety and it's just a pack of zombies is there. Like, you're like, oh fuck.
Right. Huh.
That would, I mean, to be fair, that's probably just like a mode they'll do someday.
Yeah.
But like an actual, let's think of an actual single player entity that would be fun to do that. Like, what have we been playing? Like, what single player game have you played lately that just list me off a couple of games you might have been playing lately, and then we'll see what zombies are like.
Let's go.
Well, Bloodborne is the one I've been playing the most right now.
Already close enough.
Yeah. That's the thing, is that I can't think of a game that, like, where
Smack.
it sounds. Yeah, that was just for good measure. Like, I can't really think of a game where it's not like already close enough, because it's like it's Bloodborne, and then there's The Witcher 3.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Like you can see zombies in The Witcher 3. Maybe like a non-fantasy or fantastical game. Is there anything like? See, the problem is, I don't really think you can.
Yeah. It's maybe that's why that like the idea of zombies is becoming so sameish, is because you can't really do much else with it other than just exploitation or human drama.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's another reason why they got so stale so quick.
Yeah.
Which also makes Resident Evil 7 like a masterpiece in its genre.
Yeah, but those aren't really
They're not-
zombies.
They're not zombies, no, but they evolved it. They took an evolutionary step away from zombies in an incredible way.
Oh, yeah.
They took the human element in zombie titles and made that the zombie.
Yeah.
They made zombies into humans.
Yeah, just with the like not letting go of the infection aspect.
Which, yeah, you can't get rid of that if you're playing Resident Evil, let's be honest here.
No.
By the way, Resident Evil 7 was an amazing game to watch. I never played it, but I did certainly watch Let's Plays of it.
Yeah.
It was an incredible game to watch.
Yeah. I'll agree with that too. I did the same thing. Never actually played it myself, but just watched it all the way through. I think I actually watched Mark. Markiplier. And I never watched
Someone
that.
watches a little bit too much Rick and Morty. I know that's why you do it. I know that's why.
What, burping like that?
Yes.
It's a reason why I feel a bit more comfortable doing it, I'll say.
God,
I know.
fair enough.
the whole show just kind of gave me a bit of an identity crisis. Because, you know, I have to know who I am, so of course I compare myself against fictional characters and television.
Hashtag controversial opinion.
Right.
I don't like Rick and Morty.
Hashtag rap. Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not that I hate it. It's not that I have any vehement attitude towards it. I just don't care for it, and I don't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I've seen it a few times, but I'm just like, it's just like it just turns, you know, like an adult cartoon on its head, and you know, it's obscene in a non-obscene way. It's not funny in funny ways. It's funny in not funny ways.
Right. Back to the bike.
It's cultural subversion, the cartoon, and I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I know why my generation's all about that, but I'm a man out of my time, so there you go.
I don't know.
Not related to zombies in any way, shape, or form.
What? I mean, that's fine. It's a bit unfortunate, I guess, because I wouldn't really call. It's one of those where like if you remember like Community, the TV show,
Never
at all,
Community.
it's these shows that like kind of have to get billed as, you know, like it's a comedy, it's a drama, it's soap opera.
You think it's a victim of the genre?
Right, that it just kind of was forced to get billed as a comedy, maybe because, like, you know, maybe Adult Swim was the only place where I could find a home, or
Right.
maybe it's just like that, you know, that just was what made someone want to put it on the air more, or something like that, because they're like, you know, there's room for a wacky comedy, there's maybe not room for another animated drama kind of whatever. Oh, wait, strike that. Need to pay attention.
Ada Wong.
Pay attention now.
Pay attention.
Yeah, sure. I'll pay
Pay
attention.
attention.
Rebecca Chang.
Ada Wong, what are you doing here?
There's no other way that you could say that.
Chuck Green.
It's a bit...
Are you serious?
Whoa, buddy.
security
Buddy, I don't know where that hand's been. Excuse me.
Thought you'd be long gone.
Sorry, no,
wrist,
don't worry, lady. I have protection.
wrist deep in that bush.
Care to answer a few questions?
It's like, no, literally, there's just a bush full of zombies outside.
Yep.
Still incredibly infectious, but let's just get
And
that
tape
straight.
showing you tampering with the cage.
Do
Like me.
I still
Like
have a
I
shot?
am.
Do I still have a shot?
Had nothing to do with this. My daughter and I got out of there alive.
You almost forget.
My daughter and I barely got out of here alive. Where's your daughter at? Well, she's dead.
Don't reveal
Oh.
your sources, Chuck.
But she's just barely dead.
Privilege.
Barely dead.
Information.
Just like zombies are almost dead,
That wasn't
zombies are
me.
undead.
I'm being set up.
And she's a zombie. She's out there somewhere.
Yo, so for real, this is Ada Wong, right?
You don't have to.
No, actually,
Help me out, and I'll
not
give you an
really. I don't know. I know.
She's a Asian reporter, Asian American most likely, reporter that can shoot a gun, and probably is a spy for whoever
But
sent to de-escalate the situation.
there'll be
She's
footage of
Ada
everything
Wong.
that
Let's be
happened
honest.
there.
You could just say an Asian woman in a tight dress, and you would have been closer.
Yeah,
mean-
that's kind of messed up, but you ain't wrong.
No, not at all.
They
You know,
ran
cultural
off
diversity,
with all the equipment.
gathering all the demographics.
Will
of
there
the-
ever be a Resident Evil title where you're actually playing Ada Wong the entirety of the game and she's billed as the main character, and it's not like Resident Evil Ada Wong edition, it's just Resident Evil? Look, we got Joe Valentine, why can't we get Ada Wong?
Sorry, I got a little bit overzealous.
Yeah, you smacked Ada Wong with a bat.
Yep.
I would say that's overzealous.
Just. It's the same.
I just saw that say, what the heck?
Yep. I mean, that's what.
Nice whiff.
Oh God.
And then you pop his brain out.
Hang on.
She's really
Rebecca.
bad at just like wandering right into them, isn't she? Ladies' bathroom's on the left. Oh wow, I was actually not lying.
No.
Wait, what do you gotta do?
What?
Why is she taking you to a restroom?
She's offering you the chance to have a break if you want it. Well, because basically restrooms are the place where you can save your game if you want.
Yeah.
It's like there's no other reason than that.
You know,
Except,
you could just hammer one out.
Right. Just let me drop a fat loaf before we keep going. Well, you know, it's the first time that a lot of people are seeing Rebecca, so, you know, maybe you need to go in the bathroom and
Rebecca Wong?
contemplate Rebecca Wong.
Ada Wong's sister.
I'm pretty sure that is actually her last name.
No, it's Chang, but we can say her. We can say Wong with her maiden. Yo, Chris Redfield just jumps out of nowhere. Yo, what up? It just like lights the whole place up with napalm.
Well, no, I mean, he can't, because we're already playing as him, too.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
You just
can't
spelled your
exist
name
in two
Chuck.
places at the same time.
Chuck Redfield, you're his brother.
Chuck. Oh,
You're his less successful brother.
that, I think I would like to see that happen one day, actually, like a Dead Rising Resident Evil crossover.
Oh,
Worked out pretty well.
Dead
You know what,
Resident
maybe that
Evil?
would be like the kind of game that would actually work well with zombies, ironically.
Resident Evil 7?
But in like this sort of a style, rather than just first slash over the shoulder, third person
So
camera.
you'd want to see a Resident Evil Horde mode game?
Yes.
I would be kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, Resident Evil mechanics, like Resident Evil 7 mechanics, right? You're dropped into the bayou or, you know, some underground bunker or like, you know, like some like umbrella bunker or whatever. And you're just told, get out. And there's like layer upon layer of puzzles, you know, in the Resident Evil style, and just zombies. And you go get your guns and your weapons, and you gotta, like, a legitimate, like, escape. And, like, I imagine that's what Resident Evil games are. But, like, I don't think they pull it off in, like, this sort of, like, free roam style.
Yeah.
Like, I would love for there to be timing specific things like there are in here.
Yeah.
Like, there's only one way to get a specific item in, and you have to be at this one spot at this one time for this event to occur.
Yeah. It'd probably have to be under a different kind of a title, though. So it wouldn't be Resident Evil if there was a game like this.
I think we're looking at it all the wrong way. We don't need to add zombies to things. We need to add a timer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like a 24-hour day cycle with a timer.
Yeah.
And have scripted events that occur at specific times and at specific places that you need to pull together. And prepare for if you know if they're coming.
Here, wait. Appreciate this Mass Effect 2 moment right here.
It's locked.
Yup.
You've got some interesting.
God. Yup.
You like that Miranda moment right there?
Can we just have an Asian woman lead protagonist in a game and she never bends over the entire time? Can we just have that?
God damn.
It's 2017. Can we just do that?
This would be the kind of game to do it too, because it sounds so like a anime stereotype or something like that. Like for, you know, the one with the boobs kind of character. That just
Hi, I'm Rebecca Chang. I'm the girl.
yeah. But it just has the crippling disease where like it's paralysis, but every part of her body is fine except for her waist, which perpetually just sticks out at like a 90-degree angle.
No zombie.
You could, you know, could make it work.
There might not be anything here to clear your name, but it definitely proves someone's covered.
So I love it. I like when we did Grandia, it was a lot of us just ripping on the game and like just having a good time together. And then like when you and I did this, we just talked about like actual zombies in media. And then when me and my brother did Undertale, we legitimately were just like going deep into Undertale because it has the depth for you to do so. So I like how H3C is sort of becoming like the personalities of each of us coming out and how we like tend to talk to each other. Like you and I tend to talk like this. Jack and I can talk like this if we like want to.
Yeah.
But if we're just like doing other random things, we don't tend to.
Right.
But it's funny when we're all together, that completely defaults.
Right.
And I love that about us. It's my favorite thing.
I got.
You still have that damn orange. You've had that since the bar.
It's it's gonna come in handy in a pinch, back there. Speaking
So
of
I
a
think
pinch,
we totally talked over the joke you were making about protecting your head.
that was what I was talking about. Like the joke that would come into play. Oh, I guess it's maybe more like 55 minutes instead of 45 minutes later. But yeah. I don't know. It just ended up working out really well, and I smiled to myself very hard when I realized that as I was recording this. The idea of protecting my head when I was helping out Rebecca. This is so stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh!
What's
my god, you're a terrible person.
what's the phrase? Bag and not bag and tag. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
Oh, there it is.
In this case.
And my brain is the tool because my intelligence allows me to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We made it. We turned it to PG. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
So as we're wrapping up here, we only got a couple of more minutes. So we saw, I saw you saved the NPC events. Now are those I would quote unquote scripted? Like, are the same people going to be at the same place every playthrough, or is that randomized?
I can't remember every case, but for the most part, yeah, it's going to be pretty much the same area. Because a lot of them rely on triggers.
Okay.
Like, you remember? Oh, sorry, I already did that for Grandia. I'm not going to go there again, otherwise people will probably think I'm actually a racist. God, I've completely lost my train of thought now. A lot of them rely on triggers, specific events. Like with Lashandra. Let's go back there. Why not? She would be pretty hard to avoid, but if for some reason you hadn't gone into the mall at all for the first day or two, she probably would not have been there.
Okay. She'd probably be
a lot
dead.
of it's a lot of it's side missions that come through your walkie-talkie that only have a specific amount of time, so it's pretty obvious. But once the time runs out, they're not going to be there anymore. It's just going to be they were never there in the first place. So it's all basically about, it's a very Elder Scrolls, Oblivion and Skyrim kind of thing, where it's all about basically making you more awesome.
I see. Okay. So, when you said the quintessential Dead Space 2 experience, it was you play the NPC. Dead Space 2. The quintessential Dead Space 2 experience is playing Dead Rising 2.
The Rising Dead Space.
That the front door was locked.
Oh, look at that wordplay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man,
my name's
we
Monty
should- we
Hall.
might-
You've been watching The Shit Show.
God, we might have to do another co-op play of that. That was fun. That actually would be fun. So it would be having fun, killing zombies with random stuff, while trying to manage the events that are going on around you.
What was that all about?
He watches too much.
Is that kind of the experience we're looking for?
We went to Central Security, but somebody got there before. Everything was smashed.
Sorry, I got caught up on running with what's his name, Sullivan's little moment there. I don't know if you noticed, when Rebecca Chang came in and he was like, "You're that TV lady."
Yup, that's me. I'm the TV lady.
Or just thinking that he's the kind of old guy who's already just completely lost his shit, but he's just hiding it really well. So he thinks that Rebecca just solely existed inside of the TV before this.
So you're saying a certain captain on a certain ship in a certain movie?
From
a certain video that may or may not exist? that may or may not exist on this channel sometime in the future.
Oh,
Yo, for real though, that was for real the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
oh yeah.
I cannot begin to tell you how thoroughly excited I am for people to see that. That was amazing, guys. Like, y'all know when it comes, but you ain't ready. That was amazing. You ain't ready for what's coming.
Yeah, we're blowing the virus case wide open.
You know, as we do.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it's the deep stories that everyone's too afraid to investigate. And then there we go. We're bringing Dead Rising 2 to a close, bringing it all full circle right there.
Yep.
There's a theme behind this from the get-go.
Yeah,
Planned this.
if you're playing the Zanzibar Collective ARG, you'll start to notice that we layered in several concepts and words in this video that should line up with the other videos that you've been watching if you're involved with the ARG.
Of course, those of you who have donated will have already seen this, as you have the early access Kickstarter package.
And that only works if you're in the shower state for your life. If you're the shower state for your speed run of your life, this will only work if you're in that state. So
What? Already
that's a
making
callback
reference.
to our very first video. It's funny, this will come out like simultaneously when we
Right.
release the first episode of Shit Show.
Right, I know. Well, I mean, and that kind of has to come out first at this point, because that's the
Yes.
beginning. That is the explanation for why we call it the Shit Show.
I know, but like I'm saying, we could like we would release this video like 3 days later, and people are like, "What?"
Oh, memories.
We're about a little. We got like a minute left or so. What are your final thoughts and your final? What are your final thoughts on all this?
I want to go to bed. No. I mean, I don't. Of course, I don't want to like make any implications like I have any kind of clout or that you should be paying attention to me really at all. But if anyone out there happens to respect anything that I have to say, I just want to. I don't know. I don't want to make anyone enjoy anything, but just like, just keep doing your best, like striving to be good,
Even when the zombies are at the door.
even when the zombies are at the door. Yeah, just don't be a dick,
You know, and in today's day and age, I can appreciate that.
I'm glad you can. And that's a great way to end this while talking about that. It's just me beating senselessly at a briefcase that won't open.
Yeah, that's the story. That's the story of your life. I will admit that.
Yeah, I know.
And then kicking a ball into the sunset.
And then, and then that's how.
And then it disappears as it clips the external wall of the frame of that area.
Yeah. And then it just fades out of existence and then just goes straight to Resident Evil. And then Ethan or whatever his name is just gets hit mysteriously.
Yes. Yeah, this is all the shared universe.
Yeah. Alright, that's it. Okay.
I
I'm
think we can
good.
cut it there. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.